With the NBA trade deadline just around the corner, Nico Harrison has a tough decision to make. And on this channel over the last several weeks, we followed every little rumor and rumbling regarding the Dallas Mavericks on who could we possibly be targeting before the trade deadline. Notably, players like Herb Jones is a name that we have been constantly and aggressively pursuing, but it seems like the door has closed. Although the Dallas Mavericks still want to get a wing defender, it does seem like the focus has changed, especially with the injuries to our roster. And a report that came out just the other day may highlight exactly what we're going after. And that report showed that the Dallas Mavericks have the third best odds of getting Myles Turner in a trade from the Indiana Pacers before the trade deadline. So in this video, we're going to take a look at all the news and reports surrounding Myles Turner. How well has he been playing lately for the Pacers? Why would the Dallas Mavericks want to go after Myles Turner? And is it even a reality? But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing you the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before we get started with today's video, our last video got over 300 likes, almost 400 likes at the time of this recording. But if you're enjoying everything that we're doing here at Mavericks Digest with our watch-alongs, our giveaways, and our news vids just like this, go ahead and drop a like on this video. Let's try to get to 400 likes, and I'd appreciate it greatly. But the Dallas Mavericks have had a pretty up and down January, dealing with injuries left and right, guys getting sick. We had Luka Doncic go down with a calf strain on Christmas Day. We had Kyrie Irving missing time due to a bulging disc in his back. Najee Marshall seems to have the bubonic plague apparently, although he is back. And we also have Dante Exum back. This month has been pretty tough. And on this channel over the last several weeks, we followed every little rumor and report on who the Dallas Mavericks could be going after. We are currently the 8th seed in the Western Conference after that loss to the Pistons last night. We are still somewhat in the same spot this year as we were last year. And as we all know, Nico Harrison made two amazing trades at the trade deadline, getting Daniel Gafford and PJ Washington to help this team make a run all the way to the finals, and he could possibly be gearing up to do that again. And if we take a look at the reports right here, the Dallas Mavericks have the third best odds to land Myles Turner in a trade per Bovada official. And I had to quote that saying, this changes everything. And I was a little bit apprehensive of making a video about Myles Turner. I really do like Myles Turner. I think he's an amazing center in today's league. He isn't too much of just a traditional big. He isn't too much of a stretch big either, but he can do a little bit of both. Very good perimeter defending, but even better rim protection. We all know that whenever he plays against the Mavericks, he just plays so much better than how he actually is, as he's able to space the floor and knock down threes. I do think Myles Turner would be an amazing pickup for the Dallas Mavericks. But how well has he been playing for the Pacers? If we take a look right here, for the season, Myles Turner is averaging 15.6 points, 6.8 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 1.9 blocks, 0.8 steals, 2 turnovers, and 2.8 fouls per game, while shooting 48% from the field, but also 40% from three. He shoots 44% on corner threes, 98% of his threes are assisted, and 45% of all shots are threes. And although these numbers don't scream, I am the best center in the league, obviously we know with the Dallas Mavericks that we don't necessarily need the best players in their position. We just need players that work, especially alongside Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. I think Myles Turner would be an amazing pickup for us, alongside a player like Derrick Lively, where maybe you play both of them. One could play the 4, one could play the 5, or even just throw in PJ in that lineup as well. I think Myles Turner to the Dallas Mavericks would fix a lot of our issues, especially with our defense, but also help out our offense a little bit, as we have a center who can also just get lobs and dunks at the rim, but who can also space the floor and knock down threes. Like I showed you, 40% from 3 from a big man, that's pretty good. But if we take a look at this right here, Myles Turner is he is on the end of a 2-year, $40 million contract. So why would the Indiana Pacers be looking to move Myles Turner? Well, the reports did come out that Myles Turner is looking for a $30 million per year contract, and it doesn't seem like the Pacers are willing to meet that offer. Now, Myles Turner is going to be an unrestricted free agent at the end of the summer if he is not traded by the trade deadline, and if he does not sign a contract extension before the extension deadline. Myles Turner could go to any team that he feels like. And although Myles Turner is from the Dallas area, one of my old coworkers actually went to school with Myles Turner. I don't think that we would be his first destination. I think there are other teams that he may look at. Myles Turner is only 29 years old. He's still very young and still good. He's still one of the premier bigs in the league that a lot of contending teams want to go after. And if we take a look at this right here, Mike Goldberg had to put this out, a little report that sources say that the Lakers are still heavily pursuing Myles Turner. Indiana would prefer to keep Turner past the deadline, but wouldn't be able to keep him in the offseason most likely. The Dallas Mavericks, Golden State Warriors are also among teams who have checked in on Turner, and that's pretty interesting. Obviously, the Lakers feel like they can go after anybody and get anybody, while also ending up getting absolutely nobody. But it's good to know that the Dallas Mavericks, we are kicking the tires on these players. Any little rumor of an upset star, any little rumor of a team not willing to pay another player that we feel like could fit perfectly on a roster, Nico Harrison's going to kick the tires on that. He's going to see what does it take. And over the last several weeks, we saw how there was a rumor going around that Daniel Gafford was made available for trade. Now, nothing really came of that. Daniel Gafford has been playing absolutely amazing lately. So it kind of goes to show that maybe we don't need to trade Daniel Gafford. Maybe we just trust that he is now fine. He had a rough start to the season, but the way he's been playing lately is absolutely out of this world. One of the only top players, I think a report came out showed that he has the second most blocks for the month of January, only behind Victor Wembanyama out of all centers in the league, and he's an undersized center. Daniel Gafford is amazing for the Dallas Mavericks. But there are some people out there that think that we could still get an upgrade, and with the way that Daniel Gafford's been playing, why not sell high? Why not go out and get another good big to pair alongside Derrick Lively, who does seem to be somewhat injury prone? Now, I don't think we should trade Daniel Gafford by any means, but if we were to go after Myles Turner, we're not going to trade Maxey, Jaden Hardy, and Kessler Edwards. We're obviously going to have to give up a big, and if we do go after a player like Myles Turner, Daniel Gafford would most likely be a part of that trade. Again, you're not going to trade someone outside that center position. You're going to give up a center to get a center. If we take a look right here, shout out to my Discord. They had to put a little trade together because I had no idea what it would look like. But we would send out Daniel Gafford, Maxey Kleber, Jaden Hardy, send out the 2025 first round pick and the 2025 second round pick. And in return, we will get Myles Turner and Isaiah Jackson. Now, I don't think this is a reality. This is just a mock trade that would go through as far as Fanspo says. But I don't like this trade. I don't want to trade Daniel Gafford. That's not where I'm at right now. I never gave up on Daniel Gafford, even when he played bad. I was like, give him time. The team is still changing, learning each other. He's going to be fine, and he has been fine, playing absolutely out of his mind over the month of January when we needed him the most with Derrick Lively being gone. But if you want to get Myles Turner, you most likely do have to give up Daniel Gafford, who will be a cheaper option for the Indiana Pacers, who is playing very well. And obviously, we got to move Maxey. We all know we got to move Maxey. He did just get surgery. He's going to be gone for probably the rest of the season. I really don't see a reality where Maxey does come back this year. And then you'd probably trade Jaden Hardy, another young player, send some picks back, and then send some picks to the Pacers. We get Myles Turner and Isaiah Jackson back as well. And like I said, that's probably not something that's going to happen. Getting Myles Turner will be great, but I feel like we would have to give up way too much. And on top of that, if we do make a trade for Myles Turner, we would probably have to promise him a $30 million per year contract, which would make it even harder to re-sign Kyrie Irving, who wants a new contract at the end of this year, as well as Quentin Grimes, who is an unrestricted free agent. He's a restricted free agent. So yes, we can give Quentin Grimes the biggest contract possible, but are we willing to go deep into the first apron or second apron for a player like Quentin Grimes? I think going after Myles Turner would really just mess up the money for everybody involved. It's a pipe dream. I would definitely like it, but it isn't the only player that we could potentially go after. If we take a look at this right here, the Indy Pacers put out a little tweet saying, "Trade news. The Pacers are shopping Obi Toppin in an effort to shed the $45 million owed to him over the next 3 seasons, with the goal of re-signing Myles Turner in the offseason." So, obviously, if all of this comes to fruition, Myles Turner will be an Indiana Pacer at the end of the season, before the start of the next season. But it's interesting to see that Obi Toppin is a player that they're looking to move from. If we take a look at Obi Toppin's contract, he is on a 4-year, $58 million contract. This was the first year of that contract at $12.9 million, and it escalates to 14, 15, then $16 million. And when he's 30 in the 28-29 season, he will be an unrestricted free agent. So maybe we don't go after Myles Turner. Maybe we go after Obi Toppin. I made a video a few months ago about Obi Toppin and how he would fit on the Dallas Mavericks. And although I don't like his defense, it would already fit how the Dallas Mavericks are, as we have horrible defense right now. his athleticism, his ability to score, rebound, that's something that the Mavericks could take advantage of when we're in the playoffs against other teams, especially younger teams like the Oklahoma City Thunder. We could use someone like Obi Toppin to get dunks, to get lobs, something that we haven't abused as much this year like we did last year. I don't mind Obi Toppin. I do like Obi Toppin, but if we were to make a trade for Obi Toppin, I would hope that we'd make another move to get another good defender instead of just getting multiple players who can't play defense. Obviously, we got Najee Marshall. Obviously, we got Quentin Grimes, who are both good defenders. Kessler Edwards as well has been playing phenomenal defense. Omax is learning it as he plays, but going after someone like Obi Toppin could help us, but it isn't the only move I like us to see. I still think we need a defensive wing. Our perimeter defense is absolutely garbage, and obviously we can't just go out and trade for a new head coach, so why don't we get players to help fix those deficiencies? But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you think that we need to go after Myles Turner? Would you trade Daniel Gafford right now for Myles Turner? Or maybe Obi Toppin is a player that you like instead? Let me know in the comment section down below. Maybe we'd have a conversation about it. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for making part to the video. Make sure to check out our Twitter and Discord. Links in the description below. Consider becoming a channel member. We are doing giveaway every single month on this channel. Our giveaway will be tomorrow after the Cleveland Cavaliers game. So make sure you tune in, be a channel member, possibly win a jersey. But till next time, y'all take care, drink water. Peace.